Hey everyone, it's Michelle. I wanted to make this video talking about anxiety. I feel recently all of my videos have either been video responses or tags, or basically I feel you guys haven't gotten like a good video in a while. So I'm going to post this video. So this video, as I said, is talking about anxiety because in the back to school stresses of like finishing up your schoolwork and all that, basically I've been really stressed out for the past 2 weeks. My anxiety has gotten really, really bad. And for those of you who are new to my channel, also thank you for the 7 new subscribers I got today. Thanks a lot, guys. This is a shout out to you. But I have obsessive compulsive disorder, which is an anxiety disorder, for those of you who don't know. And then I just suffer from anxiety in general. And so that's why it's really big for me to talk about anxiety. But okay, so what I want to talk about specifically with anxiety is how to manage your anxiety when things start getting like blown way out of proportion. So for me, I have all my different anxieties, and like sometimes they all mix together, and at points I feel just anxious, and I don't know what I'm anxious for. And so the first thing that I would recommend doing would be looking at your anxieties, like making a list of what you're anxious about. I wrote it up in my journal, different things that I was feeling really anxious about. Things such as like I'm really anxious about like the first day of school and like what I'll be eating and who I'll be sitting with and all that. Um, but like other things such as like what'll people think of me and like my grades and various different things. But like recognizing those is definitely a step, because then once you recognize what you're anxious about, you could talk to somebody about them, um, or look at them yourself and realize like how much of a like weight they're pulling on you. Um, so I wrote down like a list of all my anxieties, and the next thing that I went to do was an arts and crafts project, because I am a huge art therapy fan. I think that's a wonderful way um, to like express your emotions. And so basically the other day I was babysitting, because I babysit full time right now before school starts. And so I was babysitting, and the girl I was babysitting, I was like, "Oh, do you want to do an no, I didn't say art therapy. I said, do you want to do like an arts and crafts project?" And she was like, "Sure." And so I started this project with her, and she was doing hers and I was doing mine, and she was just drawing, and I'm doing like an art therapy piece on the side, hoping that she's 4, so she couldn't read what I was writing, but like I was like hoping she wouldn't like ask me to show her parents when they got home, or like be like, "Why are you so interested in the project?" But so I'm going to show it to you guys. Um, yeah. Basically, it's just on like a piece of paper. My something fell off of this. Sorry. But so basically, what I did was the hand is like me and all my thoughts and stuff, and then the outside, all of the chaos and stuff. Up here in the corners, I have 2 names crossed off, Anne and CL, who Anne is the name I attribute to my eating disorder, and CL is the name I attribute to my anxiety and stress. So basically, it's everything that they're throwing at me in this school year. Um, and like I started to recognize the different things that they're telling me that I should be anxious about, or that I have to do, like kind of like the shoulds and must thoughts that come to mind. And I like wrote them up at the top. They're in French because I was recognizing that they're not my own thoughts, and that as I was talking about in my therapy before, of like thoughts coming into your mind and just letting them be thoughts, and recognizing that, okay, the thought's there, but I don't need to accept it. So I was thinking about that when I was writing in French, and like realizing, oh, I can write something in French and like recognize that it's there instead of instantly accept that it's fact. Um, and then so I like my different anxieties that I address, like grades, pretty, you can see, and like basically being accepted in shapes of how I should look. But then like inside the hand, it's like I realize like how much support I have going into this year as opposed to going in the year before. So, like, one thing to do would be write down who your support system is and to look at that, um, because that's a wonderful way to do that, so you know, like, who you could turn to whenever things get bad. So other than arts and crafts projects, the other thing that I would suggest whenever you're feeling really anxious is find your favorite song and listen to it, or just find some song that lets you kind of express your emotions without acting in a negative manner. I know for me, one of one song that's been like a big recovery song is "Fighter" by Christina Aguilera, and whenever I feel like I start getting like really anxious about things, I kind of put that song on in the background, and it helps me calm down. So like finding a song like that. So other than addressing your anxieties by recognizing what they are and maybe writing them down and talking to them with a family member, friend, or therapist, or anyone in your support team. You can also draw. You could just write if you wanted to. You could listen to music. Another thing you could do is just find a favorite hobby of yours. Maybe it was a childhood hobby that you gave up on. I know, like, for me, I love cheerleading and gymnastics. So, like, sometimes when I want to, like, get away from things, I'll go and just, like, either go to the gymnastics center nearby and chill there, or like practice my cheerleading, like stuff like that. That's like things that I haven't allowed myself to do in so long. It could be something like knitting. I'm a knitter myself. Could be like just different things, like letting yourself do a hobby that you used to love and kind of falling back in love with that hobby would like take the focus away from all your anxieties. Um, yeah. So basically, those are my suggestions for how to deal with anxiety. I think really the main thing, though, would be to recognize specifically what you're anxious about. Because I know a lot of the time you just feel anxious and it just gets overwhelming all at once. And you don't know what to do with this like ball of emotions being thrown at you. So I think recognizing the emotions would be a very good way to start, with decreasing your anxiety, which you might still be anxious. I mean, I'm still anxious, and I've been talking about this in therapy, um, through like talking through my anxieties. But the thing is, you're talking through your anxiety so that they're no longer controlling your days, so that they're just kind of like a thought in the background, if you will. So, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope all of you have a wonderful first day of school. If you already have started school, then I hope it's going well. If you're not in school, then lucky you. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Yeah, I want to make some anxiety videos coming up sometime soon, but my next video will be eating disorder wise. Also, another thing that you guys should all go check out is I'm going to be collabing on a channel. It's called Together We Are. And basically, every day of the week, there's a group of awesome YouTubers who are getting together to talk about eating disorders, and the issues arise that a lot of the times you never really find, like, because you know how every YouTuber has their one aspect that they like will address, but so it's kind of like all YouTubers coming together to talk and reach out and speak up against it, eating disorders. So yes, go check that out, guys. I will post the link for that below. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.